Hi there, everybody. Hope you're having a great one wherever you may be. In this video, we're going to go over some Windows security settings in Windows 10 and 11. And also, if you're having problems getting your real-time protection for your virus and threat protection to stay on, maybe you're trying to toggle it on and every time you do it just turns right back off automatically. It's usually because, well, first of all, it doesn't start manually, and also it could just be that you had some kind of virus or threat actor disable it, and that's no good. So, in this video, we're going to assume that we're in a work setting. It's not a large domain, but a small work group under 20 computers, and company policy states that all computers have to have their virus threat protection on and also be tested, which we're going to do with a special file called an iCar file. I'll get to that after we enable our real-time threat protection, and we'll test out and see that our antivirus is working like it should be. So we get into the password and just a little brief introduction about myself. I'm currently CompTIA A+ certified, and I'm actively pursuing my Network Plus and Security Plus through CompTIA with a focus generally probably leaning towards cybersecurity. So, as I was saying earlier, after we go ahead and make sure our real-time threat protection is toggled on and stays on, this test file here we're going to get to afterwards and make sure everything's functioning properly. So let's get started. We'll head down to the search bar and we will get into our Windows antivirus. Windows Defender settings. And we want to click on virus and threat protection. And when we come down right here under virus and threat protection settings, we want to go to manage settings. Click once, and when I'll see what I was talking about, real-time protection, we're currently in an off state. We don't want that. That opens us up to all kinds of malicious activity and threat actors. You always want to be protected. So see what happens if we go ahead and toggle this. Automatically just turns off on us. It won't stay enabled. So we're going to go ahead and eradicate that situation, and then we'll move on to testing it to ensure that we're properly protected. So back down to the search bar, we'll go into services, click into that, and I'll just reverse the order on the names at the top here. And if we come down just a little bit, we'll be right here at Windows Defender Antivirus Service. And currently, the status, we are not running like we should be. But we knew that already. And it's under a manual startup type. We'd like to have it automatic. So we'll click into the antivirus service. Now in the properties window, we see that it has been stopped. So if we try to start it manually, let's see what happens. Not much success there. Try it one more time. And we get the pop-up window stating Defender Antivirus service on local computers started and then stopped. Some services stop automatically if they're not in use by other services or programs. So that's okay. We'll go ahead and take care of that. Click out OK. And for the sake of it, we'll refresh through the action drop down. And even if we try to start it right here, I mean, it's still not running, but we'll try this, right? Same result. Not a big deal. So we'll go back down to our search bar, and we're going to want to get into what they call the resultant set of policies. So for short, we will go rsop.msc extension. And at the top here we go. We'll wait for that to process. Okay. Now, in our resultant set of policies, we're going to come under computer configuration on the left pane. And down below that, administrative templates, we'll double click that. And then down below, Windows components. And then one more time into Windows Defender Antivirus. And over in the right window, we have turn off Windows Defender Antivirus. We'll click that. And on the properties, we see that it is enabled, which is not allowing us to keep our real-time threat protection. We would like to see it disabled with this radio button here activated. So what we'll do is OK out of that, and we'll close the resultant set of policies window at the top right corner. And when it asks us to save the console settings, we will say no to that. And we're going to come back down below again to our search bar. And we're going to enter into the local group policy. And it'll all bring up once you just type in gr edit group policy, go click into that. And we'll do it one more time. Okay. So in the local group policy editor, similar to the RSOP, we're going to go under the left pane. We'll just widen that so you can see all the settings. Under computer configuration, do administrative templates, right? Or double click that, excuse me. And then down to Windows components, double click. And we are going to just widen this a little bit more so you can see. Scroll down till we get to our Windows Defender Antivirus, double click. Now in the right window, right here, we have turn off Windows Defender Antivirus. Double click that. Now, right here are the settings for this. Turn off Windows Defender Antivirus so we can enable our real-time threat protection. Rather than being enabled, we're going to go disabled on this radio button. And then we will, for some reason it's hiding my button here, but we'll just OK that. And for action, leave that alone. And we'll just go ahead and leave it open right now. Come back down one more time to your search bar, and we're going to enter CMD for the command prompt window to open. And right here, double click the command prompt. Okay. Now on the command line, we're going to go for group policy, or what we call GP update. So enter GP update space / and then the switch force. And, oh, excuse me. And then we press enter. Now we're updating the policy right here. We'll just give it a second. Computer policy update has completed successfully. And also user policy update has completed successfully. So we're all good right there now. We're going to exit out of the command prompt. And we'll go back to our services one more time under the Windows Defender Antivirus service. and start. See, now we're in a running state for the service status. And so, being that that's good, we'll go ahead and OK out of that. And as we can see, Windows Defender Antivirus service is now running, and it's for automatic startup type. So just to ensure we got everything right, we'll go under Actions and Refresh, and then verify one more time that we are okay with our antivirus service running automatic. That's what we want. And we'll just go ahead and leave, or we'll minimize the services window for right now. Local group policy, you could probably exit out of that. And we got Windows, or excuse me, local group policy header open. And I opened it up twice accidentally. We'll just close this one more time. Come back to your Windows security, virus and threat protection. Click. And we'll go back to the manage settings. And as you can see now, it turned it on automatically. We were in a running state when we checked on the services. And if I toggle it off, it's okay. And we can toggle it back on and off. We'll just keep it on, of course, because we want to be protected. So we're good right there with that. We'll just minimize the security and settings window for right now. Now, that's all great and everything that we have our real-time protection, but we want to make sure that it's catching everything right. So we're going to test it out with our test file. So we're going to double click onto that. And it's in a notepad format. You'll notice in the first part of the string right here, there's 5 hash marks. That way it'll keep it from running until we're ready to actually test it out. So we're going to go ahead and delete those 5. Get rid of that, and then we will go under File and Save. And we can just go ahead and close this right now. Let's go back to our settings. And back under Virus and Threat Protection, we're going to go under Current Threats and Threat History. No threats currently, that's good. Let's close that. So in the exclusions, it's going to be add or remove exclusions. And if we click on that and we come back down here under exclusions, we'll see a folder under the C drive on the desktop, which was our test file for making sure we're good. And we're going to go ahead and remove that. Close. So now if we try to open up this file for the threat protection to test it out, let's see what happens. We'll eventually get a pop-up window stating that it caught it. See, well, it's saying operation did not complete successfully because the file contains a virus or potentially unwanted software. So right here with this warning window, we know that our threat protection is doing its job now. Everything's working out right. And we just go ahead and get rid of that. We excluded it, so now it's off our desktop. We tested the virus threat protection. It's doing its job catching the threats. So I think we've accomplished what we're setting out to do. We've got our virus threat protection in order. Real-time protection's on. We'll just close out the services. As you can see, Defender Antivirus is still doing its job running, and it's in an automatic startup type. And if we want, we can just go and ensure one more time that we are okay. And we'll go back to our Windows Defender settings right here. And again, under Virus and Threat Protection, Manage Settings. And we're still good with the real-time protection on. We'll toggle it off and do it back on. Very good. So if you're having problems with your real-time protection not on, can't toggle it right here, make sure you go ahead and follow the steps that I provide for you. And no time you'll have your real-time protection on and catch all those viruses and threat actors doing malicious activity or trying to do malicious activity to your computer. And we'll all run safe and ensure a good computing environment. We'll go ahead and get that back on. So if you enjoyed the video, I hope you did. Please subscribe and hit the like button, and I wish you all the best. Have yourself a great one, and we'll see you again in the next video.